Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing market recap. Basically, we're just going to be looking at the setups I had for the week. We're going to be looking at the ones that I took, the ones I missed, the ones that we avoided in general. So without talking too much, let me go straight into the chart and break it down for you. So as you can see, we have AD card on the weekly time frame. We can see that the market is currently bearish, and as at the time of the trade, we can see we had this candle here, which was already rejecting. Going out to the daily time frame, we can also see that the market was bearish with this area of interest, with the market has tested multiple times and rejected from it. And you can see that the market rejected from it also with this engulfing candle here, which is a Marubozu candle. The Marubozu candle basically is a candle that when it closes or when it opens and closes, you don't see a wick, indicating that that's a very strong candle. So after we got this, we went down to the 4-hour time frame. We're looking at, what do we want to see before we can consider taking a position. As at that time we were here, the market was creating this little down consolidation. So what I was waiting for was for the market to give us a push to the upside, closing above this previous market high, making this the new high of the market, and we're waiting for the market to give us a shift of structure to the downside, giving us a retest for us to then take a trade to the downside. And then you can see that the market did exactly that, giving us our retracement with our entry signal, which is the engulfing candle. But unfortunately, the market did not continue going our direction. And honestly, I could have been more conservative on this trade just because of how deep we had this retracement. I should have just been more conservative with the way the market has been lately, the conditions of the market being so uncertain. So we should be more conservative this period. What I mean by being more conservative is just looking for an extra confluence, an extra confirmation that this trade is going to my direction. Let's say if you look at the 1-hour time frame, this is where I would have gotten my extra confirmation. On the 1-hour time frame, you can see that we had this shift of structure here. Usually once I get my shift of structure, there's an indication that the market is going in my direction and I take the trade. As you can see, we took the trade, the market went down for a bit but could not continue the push. So what I would have been waiting for was for the market to give me a retest back into this shift of structure where the market shifted, and then look for another entry signal at this point, then take a trade to the downside. But nevertheless, it was a very good trade. It was an A plus trade. And if I see this setup, I will always click my button. I won't hesitate. But we could have been more conservative due to the market condition. As you can see, the market came back, but we never hit our stop loss. The market, I closed at break even basically because it's Friday and the market on Fridays during the New York, going deep into the New York session, the market really does not make any significant move. So there was no need to continue holding a losing position. The next pair that we have is Euro NZD. On Euro NZD on the weekly time frame, you can see that the market is currently bullish, creating higher highs, higher lows, higher high. This is an higher low. And as you can see, the market was rejecting from this point, as you can see here, this area of interest which has been tested multiple times. If you look to the left, on the daily time frame, we can see that the market was also bullish, creating higher highs and higher lows. And the market came back to our area of interest. We were expecting the market to push from here, but it never did. So what exactly were we looking for on the 4-hour time frame? On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the market came down, gave us a low, shifted structure that is closing above this previous market lower high. Then we were looking for the market to come back to our area of interest, giving us an entry signal to take the trade to the upside, and at the same time creating the head and shoulder pattern. But as you can see, we had our engulfing entry signal, but we were not in the right time of the market. I usually don't take a position after 5 p.m. Nigerian time. So I usually don't take a position after that time. And as you can see, the market continue to push down, giving us safe. We protected our capital. We did not take the trade out of emotions. We followed our rules and were able to avoid this loss. The next pair that we have is AUD-NZD. AUD-NZD on the weekly time frame. You can see that the market is currently bearish, and you can see that the market is retesting this area of interest, which has been tested multiple times. On the daily time frame, you can see that the market is also bearish with this area of interest, which has been tested multiple times on the daily time frame also. So what we're waiting for? On the 4-hour time frame, we're waiting for the market to give us a push back into our area of interest from this point, to give us a push back into our area of interest to then take the trade to the downside. But we never got that pushback. But as you can see, the market is currently at that point. So we can say we might have the setup for next week, depending on what the market does. The next pair that we have is NZD-JPY. NZD-JPY on the weekly time frame, the market was bearish. As you can see, we are at this point here. We get this most recent candle. We are at this point, which the market was rejecting this area of interest. You can see the area of interest has been tested multiple times in the past, indicating that this is a very valid and a very strong area of interest. On the daily time frame, we can see that the market was also bearish, testing this area of interest, which has multiple pages as spoken, but on this pair we're above our area of interest. So what are we waiting for? On the 4-hour time frame, we're waiting for the market to give us a shift below, giving us a retest for us to then take the trade to the downside, which will also be the retest of the head and shoulder pattern. As you can see, we have left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So we're hoping for the market to give us a retest of the neckline of our head and shoulders for us to take the trade to the downside. But we never got that. The market kept going up, and we avoided that loss just because we followed our rules. So guys, as you can see, I keep updating you week in, week out. Basically, I drop my analysis for the week, and I follow them up on my Telegram channel, show you the before, the during, and the after of each of these trades without any, with full transparency. So guys, without talking too much, please do subscribe, like if you like this kind of videos, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video, which will be dropping on Sunday, which is going to be our weekly analysis video. We are showing the setups that we're looking out for the new week. Thank you guys.